Good morning, everyone. My name is Marley Zasonken Soptafo. I live in Ottawa, which is Canada. I have lived in more than 4 continents, which are primarily Africa and also the Pacific and North America. And I have more than 14 years of experience, so working in all those countries, especially in the area of public health. I am a clinical nutritionist by training and a functional nutritionist in my practice. I was an economist when my mom lost her life to type 2 diabetes. That was 16 years ago. She tried everything, including the low fat diet, but it didn't save her. I was at that point when she passed. I decided to know a bit more about type 2 diabetes because, anyway, it runs in my family. And I started some searches, and I realized that actually type 2 diabetes was an epidemic that affects mostly some part of the world, which are tropical countries. Can you imagine that in tropical countries, 80% of diabetes patients live in those tropical countries? 88% of people dying from type 2 diabetes live in tropical countries. So this is how staggering are the figures. I then decided that, I need to protect myself. I need to prevent this disease and eventually reverse it. First of all, for me, and eventually expand it also to other communities, especially the communities I belong to, which is my country, my continent, and at large, tropical countries. This is how I made a complete shift of career. And from economist, I decided to enroll in Maryland University of Integrative Health. This is in the US. After a bit more than 2 years, I became a clinical nutritionist. Little did I know that at the end of my training, I will be able only to manage type 2 diabetes because it was said to be a progressive disease. I'm sure that you know that what progressive disease is. It means that it can just get worse and worse. I couldn't reverse it. And I knew also at the snap of a finger like this, the health benefits of broccoli, of cauliflower, of chard, of olive oil, but I was not equipped at all to know my own food, which is tropical food, which is palm oil, which is fumbue, which is tumbua, fufu, and so on. I wasn't equipped. There were clearly a gap in my knowledge. I decided at this point to pause my clinical practice and my private practice as well, because I needed to fill that gap. From that point, I delved into researches and into the works also of those medical practitioners who dared stepped out of their traditional way of practicing their medicine and put nutrition at the center of their treatment. I also delved into wellness practices around the world, alternative medicine. And at the end of that, I realized that I was able to pinpoint the causes of type 2 diabetes because this was the starting point. Of course, the causes were mainly related to how we eat and how we live, which is our diet and our lifestyle. And I realized that these causes led directly to a vicious cycle that I called the modern lifestyle drama triangle. The causes are mainly three. The first one is that we eat too frequently, 4, 5, 6 times a day. I traveled 13 hours from Ottawa till Addis Ababa, and we were served food 5 times. Yeah, we eat too frequently. We also eat too much sugar in the form of processed food, in the form of sugar that we add into our food. And we also are always stressed. Right from the moment that we get up in the morning, we are stressed because we don't want to get late at work, to the moment that we sleep because we think ahead. We think of tomorrow. We don't think of today. All those elements, whether individually or collectively, lead straight to increased production of insulin, which in turn leads to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, uterine fibroid, some forms of cancer, and you name it, even PCOS, you just name it. And our lifestyle feeds that vicious cycle every day. Given that the causes of type 2 diabetes are mainly in our lifestyle and diet, so how else can we address that if not going back to the root cause and make the modification that needs to be made? This is how I came up with a formula which I named the set-free method. And the set-free method is uniquely tailored to the need of the African, the Caribbean, and also the Pacific country population, and of course, all the tropical food lovers around the world who just want to stay healthy, also prevent cardiovascular diseases, and also type 2 diabetes. The set-free method also gives hope to those grappling with those chronic diseases, especially type 2 diabetes and some cardiovascular diseases such as high blood pressure, and also even cardiovascular diseases risk factor like high cholesterol. The set-free method is holistic. It places you at the center of your health journey, making sure that you are responsible for it. The set-free method is based on science and the wellness practices around the world also. The set-free method stems from my experience, my clinical experience, and also the practices of other health practitioners around the world. The set-free method is going to empower you to take control of your, first of all, of your physical health, but also of your emotional and mental health. So, how do you take care of your physical health through the set-free method? First of all, intermittent fasting. Second of all, you go back to your locally produced food, the local tropical food. And then third of all, you are going to exercise. I'm not going to tell you to run a marathon, but to dance, to skip rope, whatever you want, but just move. This is how the set-free method presents itself. This is how it empowers you, at least physically. Now, how does it empower you to take charge of your emotional and also mental health? The set-free method will just make you to be your priority, which we don't know how to do, especially women. And the set-free method is going to make you fall heads over heels in love with yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, there's no way you can take charge, you can take control, you can even take care of yourself. And the set-free method has been put very well together in details in my book called Eat Tropical to Heal. It is very well detailed here. The set-free method has helped a lot of people, not only in Africa, but also in the Pacific and also in North America. The set-free method is in this book, and this book does not only contain the set-free method, it has also some health hacks, just like how to take care of your prostate, making sure that it stays healthy, and also how to take care of your uterine fibroid. This is also something that is really, really prevalent, especially among Black women. And the book also, apart from the set-free method, It's going to give you also some recipe as an icing on the cake. And everything is here in this book. Eat Tropical to Heal, a guide to preventing and reversing type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases through the set-free method, and also tropical food. It is available on Amazon and also Apple Book, and also on the publisher's site. Thank you so much.